Hello friends, welcome to our channel. If you are new on the channel, just subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button. If you have not seen our last videos, you can click on the I button as we have uploaded videos on renewable energy sector. We have also launched a new series of Transforming India in which we are discussing the new schemes of Indian government that has been launched for transforming each sector of Indian economy. And in today's video, we are continuing our last video in which we have discussed about recession, different phases of business cycle. We have discussed about the biggest news on India's GDP slump and also compared Indian GDP with other major countries. In this video, we will be more inclined towards sectoral impact of GDP slump, and we will start with jobs. So let's start this video. So as discussed in last video, that according to NSO, Indian GDP growth contracted by 23.9% in the first quarter. It is the sharpest contraction since India started reporting quarterly data in 1996. We have already discussed it in detail. If you want to know more about it, you can click on the I button for the video. We will now go on understanding that how it is impacted on jobs. So construction, manufacturing, trade, hospitality and mining were the worst hit sectors. If we want to get more clarity, we have to go for the next slide. In this slide, we have given some percentages of the GVA comparison. GVA is gross value added. First, we will understand the decline and then we will come to the GVA understanding. So in this table, you can see that manufacturing, construction, trade, public administration that are on decline. Manufacturing is down by 39.3%, construction is by 50.3%, trade, hotels, transport is 47%, and defense services and public administration by 10.3%. The only sector that has shown the positive growth is agriculture. So agriculture is the only sector with the growth of plus 3.5%. It is also an implication that many of the people that are working in urban areas has moved to rural areas because they have lost their jobs and they have to go back to their villages for agriculture. So they have to do agriculture job. So that's why there is a big surge in agriculture sector due to this pandemic. So now come to the GVA factor. So you can see that there is a difference between the gross value added and gross domestic product percentages. So we will first understand what is the difference between GVA and GDP. So GVA implies more on the producer side and GDP is more inclined towards the consumer side. The GVA shows us the sectoral analysis and is a better measure of economic activity. GDP, according to calculation, is a summation of GVA, taxes and minusing the subsidies. So there is a big debate going on when this government started its regime in 2014 that GDP is more inclined towards getting a proper data on all these sectors, not on sectoral data. So in 2015 January, Indian government started to calculate the revenue on GVA model so that they can make their policies in accordance to every sector. So in GVA, we will not consider taxes and subsidies, and it is more inclined towards the economic activity because it is more inclined toward producer. So if there is a high in GVA, we can directly say that there is a high side of production and there are more jobs created. But there is a big debate about GDP because GDP is inclined towards the taxation. So we cannot say that if there is a GDP growth, there is also a production growth. There can be a more tax collection with different parts. So we cannot say that the things are going on a right direction because there can be an increase in tax collection. because of the calculation that GDP is a summation of GVA, taxes, minus the subsidies. So that's why it is more inclined towards the tax collection. And Indian government from January 2015 to June 2018, they have get into the GVA factor, and from June 2018 they are more inclined towards GDP because they have to compare the global aspect as well. So this is the difference we understood about what is the GVA and what is the GDP. So in news and also in news portal, you have seen that these job data are coming from a company that is CMIE, and we can discuss about it as well. So CMIE is Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. It's not a government company, it's a privately owned company, but they are extensively working on unemployment data. It was established in 1976. It is headquartered in Mumbai, and Mahesh Vyas is the MD and CEO of CMIE since last 20 years. So CMIE has just put out some data that were very alarming for the Indian economy. In last 6 months, and specifically we are talking about the pandemic, according to CMIE, 2.1 crore, that is 21 million salaried employees lost their job, and it was more of a pandemic issue, but also it is impacted due to the GDP because there was no production, and most of the companies, they have to reduce their workforce. So in month of August, 3.3 million jobs were lost and 4.8 million jobs in July. It is declining, but not at a very high pace. So salaried jobs in August came down to 65 million, that is 6.5 crores, from 8.6 crores, that is 86 million in the country. You can see that most of the people that are on salaried jobs have lost their jobs, and majorly that's why the agriculture sector is also booming, because most of the people, they have moved to their hometowns, and it is also the most affected area because these jobs are not coming back because of the GDP growth. Most of the companies, they're not rehiring these people, and most of the companies, they were thinking that after this lockdown, if the things were starting to open, there will be demand. But you can see there is no demand because most of the people, they have loans and they have no savings due to they are not getting the monthly salary. So that's why it's impacted on a big note. As you can see that unemployment rate in the company rose from 8.35% in August from the 7.8% in July. So it's alarming because it's increasing at a very high pace. They have given a data of urban and rural unemployment as well. So you can see that in rural areas, Manrega is there. So that's why in accordance to 9.83, it's 7.65. So it's not that good, but it is compared to urban unemployment, rural unemployment is at a lower phase, because in urban unemployment, most of the people are from the salaried class. And the last point, we can see that 1.4 crore employment has been generated in farming sector, because most of the people that has come from the urban areas, they have gone to their hometowns. So we have only discussed till now about the salaried class. So there is a big section in which the traders and laborers are there. We have seen many debates during the pandemic that they are walking down thousands of kilometers to go back to their houses because there is no jobs. But in accordance to that, there was some news that in April, due to the lockdown, around 12.2 crore people lost their jobs, and most of the people are from these laborers and traders sector. So in the next slide, we will see the impact. So you can see that 9.1 crore out of 12.2 crore were small traders and laborers, 1.8 crore were entrepreneurs, 1.7 crore, that is now increased to 2.1 crore, was salaried employees, and there was an increase already in the farming sector. So that's why there is a major jump in the growth of getting the employment, because according to one more data of CMIE, that around 90% of these 9.1 crore jobs are being replenished because of Manrega, and the construction was the first sector to be opened. I think so it was started in May or June. So all the employees, they were getting back to the cities now. But these jobs were getting the new recruitments, but now the salaried class are not getting the jobs back. If you are seeing this video and you are a salaried class, you can see that you're not getting the calls for the new jobs as well because the market is down. There are certain sectors that are doing good, specifically the renewable energy sector is doing good, but most of the other sectors, manufacturing and automobile, hospitality sector, these sectors are not doing that great. So that's why the recruitment and also the new job requirements are also not at that high. So that's why it's a very alarming situation, because the salaried class are contributing to India's taxes, and as you know that GST is at all-time low. So the state government has to take loans to get all the things done in a state. So you can see that if there is no jobs being created in next 2-3 months, so it will be very difficult for the government, and they will start increasing taxes, and they will start increasing taxes on petrol, diesel and alcohol and all the things in which the government can get the taxes, and they can also build the cities and also invest in it, because government spending, Raghuram Rajan on his LinkedIn post in his first sentence has told that the Indian government has to sell most of the things because they have to get the money, because they have to spend most of the things, and due to the tax collection is all-time low because of there is no jobs, and also most of the sectors are not fully opened. So government should have been taking care of this, because it will create a very tedious situation, very alarming situation for India, because in next 2-3 months we will see more jobs being lost by the people, because now it's going to be worse, because many people they were recruiting people in pandemic to be very optimistic, because after June and July all the things will be open, because now we can see that the cases are going up, and there is no demand in the market as well, so there is no money, and due to the cuts in the salaries, and also people are not getting the salaries on time, so it has also impacted the market in India. So this is the major thing, and we will end this video by seeing this slide that in this pandemic you have seen, I think so, these videos, Accenture has laid off around 25,000 people, Cognizant has also reduced 10,500 employees, Zomato and Swiggy, the unicorns of the startup arena, they have also get all the workforce to be ended, and majorly they are laying off a huge number. It is only in the news, but there are certain news from the industry as well that they have laid more people in the companies. And one of the major news was that central government is also been thinking about retiring the people early. It is more inclined towards the corruption thing, but we know that they have deducted certain profits, certain salary deductions from the employed class, because there was no money, because usually from taxes they are giving the salaries. And there was also a survey that over 70% of MSMEs in India is likely to lay off. So the situation is grim right now, and it will also worsen in next few months. So you have to take care of your jobs as well, and also for future you have to plan accordingly that how we will go. So thanks for being with us till the end, and thanks for being here. I think so you have get knowledge about the GVA, the recent job losses, and how there's a good news, I think so, in the labor and trader sector, but salaried class is more suffer. So thanks for being this video. Just subscribe to our channel and hit a like button that if you get any information from this video. So thanks.